Hello everyone, what's up? Today I'm going to be starting a what if, and it's going to be what if Naruto was a full Uzumaki and he rebuilt the Whirlpool village. First off, let's talk about like how he's a full Uzumaki. So, in most of the what ifs, Minato is a full Uzumaki, and that's probably like the only way. So, yeah, Minato is a full Uzumaki, and we don't know a lot about his clan in canon, so I don't really give a fuck about the Namikaze clan or its abilities. So, so Minato and Kushina are both brought into Konoha from Uzushio Gakure. So, basically, Minato was sent to protect Kushina as she was supposed to be the 90th Jinchuriki. So, uh, the reason why they sent a kid like Minato is because he was strong enough to protect Kushina, but he was also not so strong that the Uzushio Gakure military would be compromised. So, Minato and Kushina got into all that good stuff, and yeah, Naruto was born. So yeah, the same attack on Konoha happened by Toby, the masked man, and yeah, so he set free the Nine Tails and he made it rampage and stuff. So first of all, let's talk about Kushina, man. Like Kushina is so hot. Like I would like, you know, if I got the chance to experience the Kushina experience, I would like get impaled by the Nine Tails claw. Like I really feel bad that Kushina died, man. I'm like, come on, like it's so weird. Like Naruto's mom was like one of the best girls in the show. Like she was super strong and like super hot and stuff. But then like the person he has a crush on, she's trash, man. Like I mean, she's a strong kunui. She like she has medical ninjutsu and the cha stuff and all that. But like Kushina has like the ceiling chains and stuff, and also like Sakura's like personality is just trash, man. Like, but enough about those guys. Let's just continue with the video. Sorry for sidetracking. So, Minato in this scenario he has more chakra, so he doesn't have to use the Reaper Death Seal. But sadly, the Ninetales still stabs Minato and Kushina as they protect Naruto from getting stabbed. So Minato still does his 8 trigram style double tetragram seal. So he seals the entire QB in Naruto as he is a full Uzumaki, so he gets a full QB. So yeah, so Minato and Kushina are full Uzumaki in this, so they have a bit of time until they die. So so Kushina goes to the third Hokage and she pleads him to let Naruto be treated like a hero and stuff like that, and all that her requests and stuff. And Minato, he does his own contingency plans. He sets up his own contingency plans. So yeah, we'll see about those later. So yeah, so in this timeline, Naruto is kicked out of the village at age 4 itself by the villagers. Why 4, you ask? So basically, that's when Danzo tells the entire village that Naruto is the QB Jinchuriki. And yeah, sadly, the villagers don't take it too well. And Naruto is beaten half to death. Like if he was a normal person, he would have died on the spot. But then he's an Uzumaki, so he has some special things going for him, and he's the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, so you know he has the healing powers and stuff. So they stuff him into a duffel bag and they throw him into a river in the forest. So this is that river where Hashirama and Madara, they used to train when they're kids, if you remember. Yeah. So so basically, what happened was he just floated all the way to the land of waves, and by this time, like even with all the hate that Kurama had, he felt bad for Naruto. Like, I'm not even kidding. So in this, he felt bad for Naruto, and just this once he held back his hatred and he let Naruto use chakra to heal. So as I was saying, by the time Naruto was healed, he was already close to the land of waves, and he woke up and seeing the duffel bag half filled with water, and he was like literally about to drown, except that his nose was still above the surface. So he quickly like unzipped the duffel bag from the inside, and he climbed out and swam to the shore. He picked up the duffel bag and took it with him. So yeah, and he was like, "Where am I?" The last thing I remember was those villagers beating me up, and he began to cry as he sat next to a tree. But then like he pulled himself together, so he knew what he had to do. Like he was only 4, but then in this timeline, I'm just gonna say he's gonna be a lot smarter. And here a little secret for later, he's gonna be OP. So yeah, and he walked around and he saw a few bottles littered around. So he collected them and filled them with water from the river so that, in case he gets lost, he still have something to drink. And um, he went around and collected some mushrooms and he fished for some rations, so that he could try to find somewhere to live. So first he tried to enter the land of waves, but then he saw the poverty of the place, and you know as it was controlled by Gato. So uh, yeah, everyone were looking at him, and they were all hungry, and he quickly realized that he can't help these people. Like in canon, Naruto would probably help these people because he's like that's the kind of guy he is. But then he knows that if he tries to help one person, then the rest of the people would gang up on him. So yeah, he quickly ran away from the land of waves, and um, so now we have a time skip of 3 days. So it's 3 days past the time since Naruto woke up, and yeah, he stumbled upon the ruins of Uzushiogakure, which is the village hidden in whirlpools, or the village hidden in eddies. So he was like, "Huh, I believe no one lives here, which means I can be left alone." As he entered the village, as he walked, he was suddenly blocked by an invisible force. So, the Uzumaki seals and stuff. So, yeah, and he was like, "That's weird." And then he pushes way forward until he was able to walk freely again. Little did he know that if he wasn't an Uzumaki, then he wouldn't have been able to pass through. So, yeah, like right as he came out the other side of the barrier, a scroll flew towards him, and Naruto caught it and opened it. So this scroll, um, like as he was reading the scroll, he grew wide-eyed. Like he was surprised, like he was in shock. So the scroll said, "Naruto, if you are reading this, it either means that Lord Third did not keep his promise to your mother, or that you are coming here to explore your roots and the village that our clan originates from. As Lord Third doesn't like to reveal a lot of information, I'm assuming that the former possibility is true. But first, let me give you a little background information. Your parents are me, Minato Uzumaki, and my wife, Kushina Uzumaki. I am the fourth Hokage of the Leaf Village. When the Kyuubi attacked the Leaf, Kushina and I lost our lives protecting it. Due to our Uzumaki life forces, we were able to set up a few things for you before we died. Kushina made Lord Third promise that the villagers would treat you like a hero before sealing all her remaining chakra inside you in order to help you control the Nine Tails. Long before the attack happened, I left you one of my flying Raijin kunai in this. I left one of my flying Raijin kunai in this village. After sealing the QB inside you, I used it to teleport here and write this letter for you. I also left behind a copy of the Forbidden Scroll of Sealings as I believe it will help you become stronger. I then teleported back to the leaf to seal my remaining chakra inside you. I programmed it such that if you are outside the hidden leaf, uh, but you don't have a place to go, my chakra would guide you here in one way or another. I hope you can start living here and get stronger over time. Then return to the village and be acknowledged by the villagers. I believe you have the potential to become a strong shinobi, Naruto, for you are an Uzumaki, and you are my son. It took all the villages except Konoha to defeat the Uzumaki clan, and even then, a few Uzumaki shinobi were able to escape and become survivors. So I believe you can become a great shinobi. And one more thing, Naruto. No matter what, please don't take revenge on the leaf. I hope you win their respect the right way. By the way, about the scroll of sealings, sense my chakra inside yourself and let it guide you towards it. Then, continue to sense my chakra and instinctively make the sequence of hand seals so that you can dispel the invisibility seal that I placed on it. Both me and your mother believe in you and love you, my son. We know you shall make us proud someday. Naruto's eyes welled with tears as he began to cry, resenting the third Hokage for not telling him any of this and not fulfilling his mother's final request. Father, mother, I'm not sure how I feel about the Leaf Village right now, but I promised to get stronger and make you both proud, Naruto said, looking at the sky. So then he walked into the village and tried to follow his father's instructions to find the scroll, but nothing happened, obviously, because a 4-year-old can't use chakra, man. Like, come on. So he was like, how the hell am I supposed to sense chakra, man? And he sighed and he said, I guess I have to learn a little bit before I do that. He explored a bit and found a relatively undamaged house and decided to live inside it. So every day he would explore the ruins to see if he could find something to learn from. So one day he stepped on a patch of soil which felt a little hollow. So then, knowing that there must be something under it, he jumped up and smashed his foot into the soil, causing it to collapse, revealing a tunnel. So as Naruto tried to regain balance, he fell straight through the tunnel, and he landed right on his butt. As he got up, gingerly rubbing the small of his back, he stepped forward to see a huge underground cave with a large building at its center. The Uzumaki clan crest was etched into the door. Naruto tried to approach it, but he was blocked by what seemed to be the same barrier as the one that was there between the village and the world right outside the village. So he just powered through it the same as usual, just, you know, walking straight through the barrier, and he made it to the building. So now I'm gonna leave you all hanging, and we're gonna go back to see what's happening in the leaf. Now, Danzo's fucking ticked about the news that Naruto was kicked out of the village. In the council meeting of all the clan heads, Hiruzen, Danzo, the civilian head, and the elders, there's like an intense situation going on, you know what I mean? So everyone's glaring at Danzo, who I bet is feeling like a real moron for breaking the news about Naruto right now. So yeah, Danzo is in big trouble. And he is actually pretty embarrassed about what happened, and he's like beating himself about it, up about it, and uh, all that stuff. But he doesn't really let that show. So because he's Danzo, like Danzo, you know, Danzo the bastard. So Hiruzen then questions the civilian head. How could you let this happen? He said. I wasn't around at the time, Lord Hokage. Why couldn't the shinobi protect him? The civilian head said. While your question is valid, you are telling a white lie, Hiruzen shouted, after questioning some people who were part of the incident. It was revealed that it was you who egged them on. That boy is a legacy of Minato and Kushina Uzumaki. If you idiots couldn't tell by his name and his hair. Hiruzen continued angrily. Lord Okage, why are you addressing us as well? The clan heads asked angrily. Not even one shinobi arrived at the site to defuse the situation. I'm sure I know why. I'm not stupid. I see the way the civilians and shinobi of this village look at and talk about the boy. I'm sure you all told your clansmen to stand back from the demon, am I right? Hiruzen asked furiously, air quoting demon. The clansmen bowed in shame. Like, because, you know, third Hokage shouting at them and stuff. But then I'm pretty sure they saw Naruto again, they would treat him the same. So Hiruzen continues. You all not only endangered, but also probably took away the life of a boy who is a hidden leaf citizen. But more importantly, he's an innocent child. Hiruzen continued. He is also the nine-tailed, Danzo began to say as Hiruzen cut him off. I know what you're trying to say, Danzo. I don't want to hear it. I will deal with you later, Hiruzen said angrily. So how do you propose we bring him back, Lord Hokage? Asked one of the clan heads. Hiruzen sighed. The only way is to send an Anbu tracking unit to track him by scent. He is too young to have a chakra signature. I will also have Jiraiya and his spy network search for him. What if we don't find him, Lord Hokage? Asked another clan head. I honestly don't know what we could do then, Hiruzen said. Either Naruto's dead, or we just can't find him. Council dismissed, Hiruzen said dejectedly. After everyone left, Hiruzen turned to Danzo. Like, Danzo's in deep shit right now, man. Like, he was like, Danzo, I'm tired of cleaning up after your messes. It has taken a toll on me. Seriously, do you wonder why, even though we're the same age, I look several years older? Hiruzen asked. Because you spend all day smoking that pipe, Danzo answered. No, it's because all the time I'm busy either being Hokage or cleaning up the messes you make. This was your second strike. This was the first was when you tried to kill me. One more strike and I will either kill you or imprison you, Hiruzen said. By the way, guys, quick note: you're saying like, didn't he also kill the Uchiha clan and stuff? No, not yet. And he gives the order to Itachi when uh, Naruto is about 6 or 7, something like that. But then uh, right now it's a bit early. Like, uh, the coup d'etat is not gonna happen until another like 2 years, 3 years maybe. So yeah, so let's continue back to Danzo. Hiruzen, you have always been like this, giving more and more chances as you are too weak to take the serious action. This is why what I want for the village happens instead of what you want, Danzo said, smirking. Although I will admit that I was at fault in this case. I was hoping that Naruto would grow strong because of the hatred directed at him and one day become a major asset to the Leaf, Danzo said. Hiruzen scowled at Danzo and walked away. Now back to Naruto. So Naruto goes inside that building he came across to see a whole bunch of books and scrolls and whatnot, you know, and he sees books and with information and jutsu from academy student level to Kage level. So yeah, he has a whole lot of stuff to learn, and this is basically the Uzumaki's secret library, which was not destroyed as it was hidden. So yeah, so Naruto, instead of going to academy uh, at age like 6 or 7 or something like that, he just starts at age 4. So he starts from the basics and he learns how to mold chakra, some basic taijutsu, all the different hand signs, and the nature transformations that they represent, the different chakra natures, and the interaction between the nature transformations, like what counters what and stuff. Like he learns all of that. So, uh, yeah, Naruto masters everything required to pass academy by age 5 because, like, he's smart. So why not make him a prodigy? Like we're gonna make him OP after all. So yeah, so let's make him master all the academy stuff by 5. So now he can actually like mold chakra, and he has pretty decent chakra control. So this is because he's a full Uzumaki and he has like monster levels of chakra. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then like with these levels of chakra, like it doesn't matter if the QB messes with your chakra. Like you still have pretty good chakra control. So QB messing with his chakra doesn't really affect him that much. So yeah. Naruto then comes across a massive tome. Okay, so it contains nearly the complete history of the Uzumaki clan and how it got destroyed. Now, you may be like, fam, how the hell did a destroyed clan write about how they got destroyed? And yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Like, well, my answer to that is the survivors. Like, they came back and they completed the tome, hoping that a survivor would, restore the honor of the Uzumaki clan. So yeah, so Naruto, like he was interested, man. Like, uh, this was his clan, and then he wanted to know more about it, So he read it. He read the tome. So, uh, like normally, like such a large tome, it would have taken anyone like a month to finish that. But Naruto was like engrossed in it. Like he would read it throughout the day. So he finished it within like a fortnight. So like half the time, and he reads about like the alliance with Konoha, how they were ganged upon for being too strong, and how Konoha, which was being led by the lazy third Hokage at the time, did not come to their aid. Now, Naruto's like angry as fuck right now, man. Like, he's mad at Konoha and especially the third Hokage. So, a tear ran down his cheek and he said, "Old man, I was willing to give Konoha another chance even after you betrayed my parents. But this is madness. Due to your indecisiveness, my clan has been destroyed. I will rebuild my clan and this village and make you and the village pay." And so after this rant, like we time skip to about like a week ahead. And due to Naruto's basic knowledge of chakra, he's now able to sense his father's chakra, and he lets it lead him to the scroll of sealing. So he follows his dad's instructions and he goes to the location, and his father's chakra guides him into instinctively performing hand seals. After a long set of hand seals, he is able to undo the invisibility seal and he found the scroll. Or should I say, scrolls? Yes, multiple. So, there are three scrolls. One was obviously the scroll sealings, which Naruto opened and read. At the end, his father wrote, I also have left mine and your mother's strongest jutsus as a gift for you, Naruto." And Naruto's like, "Oh man, dad, this is too much." He's like, "Oh, thank you, mom and dad. Even in death, you have given me more than anyone else ever has." And he opens other scrolls. In his father's scroll, he saw the Rasengan, the 8 trigram style double tetragram seal, and the summoning jutsu. He also saw a memory erasing jutsu and the 4 crimson ray formation. So, yeah, that's a crazy arsenal of jutsu right there. And it's bigger than Naruto's arsenal in canon, which is just, Shadow Clone Rasengan variations, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. In his mother's scroll, he sees a time sealing jutsu, which allows the time to progress faster inside the seal place than the outside. So this is going to be like really useful to Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Like he can like train for 5 years inside that thing, and then only like what like a couple of months could pass outside. So this is going to be the main thing that makes Naruto like super OP. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he finds this time jutsu and time sealing jutsu, and uh, he finds the instructions to use and summon the adamantine sealing chains, which are also another OP jutsu. Like Kushina's underrated, man. Like she's like so strong. She's probably stronger than the strongest kunoichi. Like she restrained the entire Nine Tails like when she was nearly dead. Like what the hell, man? Like, uh, and like it was all because of these adamantine ceiling chains. Like anyone who has this is pretty much OP. So yeah, so she gave him the instructions, and he also she also gave him a ninja tool summoning, which was supposed to be summoned out of the scroll. So under the kanjis, which make up the summoning thing, like that circle full of like kanjis and stuff, right? So there was a note from Kushina. So it said, Naruto, this is my sword, Fire Fang. It can incinerate anything it touches. The chakra I sealed inside you will guide you on how to train with this and use this. I'm sure you may know by now that the Uzumaki's second most famous, what the Uzumakis are second most famous for is Kenjutsu, other than Fuinjutsu. So I hope that you become proficient with this sword. But be careful. It eats away a huge amount of chakra every time it comes into contact with something. Use it only when you feel like it's the right time to use it or it's absolutely necessary. So yeah, Naruto then read the scroll of sealing, and it had the regular stuff, the good shit like the multi shadow clone jutsu, the flying Raijin, the Reaper Death Seal, and the Edo Tensei. All the good stuff. So so then Naruto then decided like he was going to start his training from tomorrow, from the next day. Like it was already dark and he had to go home and stuff. So he took these scrolls home, and he started making preparations so that he could start training by the next day. So all right, guys, this is where I'm gonna leave you. I'm sorry to leave you hanging. I know you want to know about Naruto's training regimen and stuff like that, but you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow when I upload the next part of the series. So if you like this video, give it a like, give a comment and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for the next what ifs I should do, yeah, you can just comment those out too. So thanks for watching, everyone.